Hi all, welcome to Fly Fishing with Kraza again. Today I'm going to tie a White Damsel fly. I usually use this fly as the second fly. I have a green or olive one as my point fly, and I usually fish this one like about 2 foot, 60 centimeters up from that point fly. So yeah, so what I start off with, it's a number 10 Dohiku hook, and it's a 3mm tungsten bead. It's a white bead that I use, and I've got some white thread. So I've got a bit of a cough. You'd have to excuse me. Getting over a bit of a cold, but anyway, I'll persist and try and finish this fly. So yeah, like I said, the white thread. I'll just start with that, tie it on, all the way up to the start of the bend of the hook. Once you've done that, come back to the bead, cut that off. Then I do the tail. I use the white Marabou. You can get Marabou in various colours. For this fly, it's white. I did mention in my last video that I tied that this white Marabou's really good stuff. It's very lifelike in the water, so it's a great material to use. So I'm pretty generous with the amount that I use. So yeah, you just peel it off the stem of the feather. Like I said, I like it to put a generous amount on. It just adds to the the lifelikeness of the fly. And yeah, just put it onto the hook there, and I'll just tie that in behind the bead, and just wind that a little bit. What I'll do, I'll cut these excess bits off. I don't need. Whoops! Obviously cut the material there. Like I mentioned in my last video, I'm just an amateur, so I'll just put that back on. Oh, it's getting a bit messy, but anyway, as long as we get a fly at the end of it that catches fish, that's the important thing, eh? So, you know, I'm not gonna say I'm a pro at it, but I'll just trim that off. Actually, I don't think I tied that bit in that I had to grab again. So yeah, just tidy that up. There's a little bit more there. There we go, got it. Give it a couple more ties, and then go all the way up to the bend of the hook. That's far enough. Come back again. Yeah, I'm happy with the amount that's on there. It's good. Now I'll grab some tinsel. With the olive one, I actually used only green tinsel. With this one, I use, or people call it the flash, but I call it tinsel. I use a bit of the gold. It's a Chartreuse flash. That's it there. It's made by Tywell. So yeah, look, I've already cut a couple of gold ones. I'll just cut a green one. Just need the one. There we go. So I'll grab the green one, and I've got like a pre-cut gold one here. There we go. And what I'll do is put it on the top, and then as I tie it in, it usually drags it to one side, which will be the camera side. So I'll just 1, 2, and then if you need to move it, you can just move it around. So let's move, yep, that's it. And then I grab the other side and I bring it round to my side, which is away from the camera. So I've got a gold and a green on both sides of the fly, and then I just tie that in. And then I'll just whip in behind the fly, behind the tail, sorry. And what that does, it lifts the tail up so that the feather doesn't foul the tip of the hook. All right, so that's tied in. We've got our tinsel in, we've got our tail in. Now I'll grab a bit of copper wire. I'll just push that into there, and then I'll tie the copper wire in like that. Come back to the front. Just pull that back a bit. So I've got a bit of a gap between the bead and the start, so that when I tie the hackle in and I tie off the fly, the line goes right down into behind the bead. So yeah, so I've got the copper wire in, I've got the tail, I've got the tinsel, which will attract the fish. It kind of mimics a small baby fish, I suppose you want to call it. They're a very silvery colour, and the white kind of mimics that colour. So next, what I do with my fly, I've got this pink dubbing, it's called ice dubbing pink. That's it there. Same thing, I bought this tying vise during COVID, and I use this material also on the squirmy wormies I tie, and I thought, well, I might as well use it for this fly as well. So that's what I did. So I sort of kept with it. This is a very good fly, in particular for redfin. I found that I've had double hookups with redfin using the olive on the point, and this one as the second fly. So I'll just lick my finger and I'll spin this dubbing onto the line, and this will be the body of the fly. Probably a bit too generous on there, but we'll see how that goes. And then now I'll just spin that onto the body like that. That builds up the body, and this dubbing has got like a glitter. It's like a rainbow glitter colour, and then bring the cotton or the line back to the bead, and then wind the copper on the opposite way to what you wound the line on. And like I said in the last tying, I give it like a 2 mil gap between each rotation of the wire. It looks like 4, maybe 5 turns. Come in up to the bead and then tie off the copper. Go on behind it a couple of times, and then a couple of times at the front. So that's tied in. Now just wriggle the copper wire and it'll fatigue and break like that. So we've got the body, now we've got the copper that holds that body together. I've got the tail, and I've got the flash or the tinsel as well. So now that I've done that, now I put the hackle on, and I use the partridge feather for this. Like I said, during the lockdown, that was what I had, and it's just two flies that I thought I'd I don't know if I call it invent or try. I mean, that's the beauty of being able to tie on a vise yourself. You can create whatever fly you want. You know, if you think that's going to work, give it a crack, or have a look at what's in the water, and just make something that looks like you saw in the water. You know, that's the beauty of tying your own flies. If it doesn't work, well, tie something different again. So, like I said, this is partridge feather. It's premium Hungarian partridge feathers. It's a natural one. That's what I use. Oh, there's probably better on this side. Hairline manufacture it, and I just tie this in at where the head is, and I kind of have it facing, have the feather facing downwards, and I explained it last time, so that when I do twirl it, it helps the feather point towards the back. So I've got that, I've grabbed it. I'll just get rid of this bit of feather there. Just grab it a bit tighter. So that's that. I've got my my hackle pliers here, and I'll just grab the end of the feather like that. About there we go, and yeah, I just spin that around. I don't know why, but the pink seems to really attract the redfin. I'm not sure if it's the actual pink colour or is it the glitter in it, but it really works well, and you know, I've sort of stuck with it. It's caught me a lot of fish, and like I said, in particular, the redfin that I've caught with it, well, a huge amount on several occasions. So yeah, then I just push all that back like that. Just tie it in so that it points towards the back, and then what I'll do, whatever's pointing towards the front, I'll just cut off, so you don't need them there, like that. And then I'll just tie off the fly with a couple of knots like that. One. Oh, did I tie that in? That's it, got that off. Tie that off, another one. Let's tie it in. Alright, so it's a little bit messy, but like I said, I'm not a pro at this. So now that it's tied in, I'll just cut the line off. I'm finished with that. And just cut all of these loose bits of feather off. That's it. Now I'll just grab my super glue, and that's just to make sure that that knot doesn't come undone. Just click that off and spin it around. A bit on the bottom as well. Probably not the best on the bead there, bit of feather on there, which I'm not really happy about. But anyway, I do that, and then what I do also, to imitate the fish, I'll put a couple of eyes on it, and you'll be amazed when you do see these fish in the water. The eyes just stand out. I mean, it's just something that I do. Like I said, it's very successful. It's a great redfin fly. I'll just lock that back in, and then just get the length right. Probably about that. Probably, what's that? 40 millimeters, 4 centimeters. Just cut that off, and yeah, that's it. That's not the prettiest one I've done, but believe me, it does catch fish. It's a great fly. I've had a lot of success with it, and yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's not the best one I've done, but you know what? It does catch me fish. So look, thanks for watching. I'll put a list of materials that I've used, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to subscribe to my channel, please do, and click the like. So yeah, thank you for watching, and God bless. Bye.